Over a massive 13.8 billion year timeline, galaxies formed, but eventually raw matter organized into a complex structure that woke up, achieving human consciousness. Ever since that waking moment, this newly conscious species has been trying to solve three basic questions. Where did we come from? Why do we exist? And where are we going? To process those questions, humanity constructed three massive frameworks over the course of history: philosophy, religion, and science. These frameworks functioned as our first crucial operating systems. They provided the mental and social structure required to process reality and maintain our sanity as a species. In ancient Greece, thinkers like Plato and Aristotle sought to map out the logic of the world. They established the concept of logos, the idea that a specific reason or order organizes the universe. As centuries passed, religion provided a different kind of structure. For billions of people, a shared belief in a higher power created the ethics, values, and sense of purpose that held massive civilizations together. Then came science, bringing precise tools to decode the physical mechanics of reality. Newton mapped the laws of motion, Darwin tracked the evolution of life, and Einstein calculated the limits of space and time. To scale this physical power, we built massive institutions. We created global centers of research and innovation, constructing machines capable of smashing particles at the speed of light to understand the origin of matter. This systems map illustrates our severe structural flaw. The monumental pillars of philosophy, religion, science, and the economy were constructed completely isolated from each other. Because they don't integrate, ideas, capital, and governments operate in the blind, creating an uncoordinated, chaotic global machine. In the study of complex systems, there is an absolute law. A lack of central coordination leads directly to imbalance. And in nature, imbalanced systems are always forcefully corrected. Species collapse, and environments reorganize. Humanity is bound by that exact same law. For billions of years, evolution was a purely biological process. But with Homo sapiens, the mechanism changed. Evolution moved from a biological accident to a human decision. We are now the authors of a conscious, directed evolution, yet we lack any coordinating mechanism to guide it. We are essentially driving a high-speed global machine without a steering wheel. To examine exactly what this crisis looks like on the ground, we can look at a specific, highly concentrated geographic node: Brazil. Brazil functions as more than a political territory. It is the planet's ultimate biological and genetic laboratory for the future of our species. Within its borders, Brazil holds about 20% of the world's biodiversity, encompassing the largest continuous tropical forest and some of the largest terrestrial freshwater reserves on Earth. It is a hyper-dense system of intersecting biomes. You have the sheer abundance of the Amazon, the water sustenance of the Cerrado, the intense resilience of the Caatinga, and the natural cycles of the Pantanal, all interlocked in a single landmass. Added to that is a profound human component. Brazil possesses one of the most highly miscegenated populations on the planet, the direct result of centuries of genetic integration between indigenous peoples, Europeans, Africans, and Asians. This population physically embodies the cultural and genetic integration the rest of the world is only starting to navigate. In evolutionary terms, it is a blueprint for high-speed adaptation. Yet, the management of these assets currently follows the fragmented global model. We see environmental degradation, disorganized resource extraction, and aimless economic growth. This provides a harsh evolutionary insight. Immense biological and cultural diversity, when left without conscious direction, does not naturally lead to evolution. It accelerates systemic instability and collapse. To survive this instability, we need a systemic solution, EVO. This framework integrates our existing religions and sciences, serving as the missing layer of communication between them. EVO's specific function is to structurally align human knowledge, belief, technological power, and economic capital. It directs all of these previously isolated forces toward a single objective: conscious evolution. This architecture provides the central logic systems lack. Direction is set at the top by EVO, It flows downward to execution via IBRA and capital via FDEB. Scaling through enterprises and governments, synchronizing the global stack stops the friction that triggers nature's correction. For the first time in history, the entire global stack operates not as competing fragments, but as a single coordinated organism. Within this system, Brazil shifts from the periphery to the center. It becomes the biological and genetic engine required to power this global shift. Holding the highest concentration of Earth's life systems carries a profound planetary responsibility. We are the most highly conscious species on this planet. Now we face an absolute choice. We can deliberately steer our own evolution, or we can passively wait for nature's violent correction. Nature corrects imbalances. We either coordinate our evolution through EVO, or we wait for that correction to arrive. EVO is the decision to steer.